Good evening. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Greetings from the Institute of Global Professional IGP. Thank you all for joining us and staying with us to the end. Honorable Knowledge Seeker. Today I'm your host for the evening. My name is Babun Das. I'm from Bangladesh. Dear Knowledge Seeker, I'm proud to be associated with IGP. IGP is a social and ISO certified international educational and training institute. In last 3 years, we already served 35 million plus knowledge seekers from 100 plus countries. IGP is internationally recognized and globally accredited. We are connected to more than 450 plus profession and 4,500 plus organizations. Institute of Global Professional IGP is a training faculty for skill development which was founded in 2020 and is generating competent candidates to meet demand in the global labor market by providing professional qualification. The Institute of Global Professional is an education institute that provides social work globally recognized and reputable. Research research providing holistic social work and education. We believe that it's not effective to engage one skill just back on informal education. So we provide effective training and consultation to generate professional generation all over the world. We distribute our services locally, nationally, internationally to student, job seeker, job holder, and also for learners, the respective campus education and distance learning platform. We are an occupational and dependable institute. IGP is one of the famous online institutes from all over the world. Our vision is education is not a business product, it's a part of our human rights. Based on our vision, we are trying to reach all corners of the world for free webinars, seminar courses, our quiz competition, mentoring, and counseling, etc. On the other side, we are also trying to offer more than 100 premium services for free, like create own portfolio website, resume builder, cover letter, motivation letter, and one knowledge platform for gathering general knowledge which can update all day. Kids learning game, website, free course, commerce sites, and many more. We help empower you to learn to meet their expectation and dream and become highly skilled people. We implement several training program, webinar, and offline online courses for youth and learner by professional trainer, speaker, and coaches. Our sessions are conducted by global leading professionals to develop all kind of youth and to promote the education of their abilities and personalities. Spreading knowledge is crucial for the Institute of Global Professional. We believe that knowledge is love and light and vision. So we try to understand the needs of today's generation and will serve them with good research and practice method. We must have a genuine concept for the learner we represent. More diversity, growth, and innovation are required to lead a session and professionalism, passion, and integrity. As if from our community offering effective best quality service and continual improvement so that individual who seek information can improve their skill level and value. Before we move to the next, let me remind you for to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Before we move to the next, let me remind you for to share, tag, and mention your friend in the comment box. Your support is very valuable for us. Thank you. Moving to the next, we will continue support. We already completed 1,703 webinars successfully. Moving to the next, with your continuous support, we already completed 1,703 webinars successfully. Dear IGP speaker, participant, and will be shared at this moment. This is a very important message for you all. We change and design our website www.e2igp.com. On this website, we have surprise for everyone. Hope you will be benefited. We only launch our website where you can find all our previous activities together with lots of new features. But one strong point is that without an account or login, you cannot enjoy our service. So create your account for us with profile information. Note that with profile information, you will enjoy our feature, which means that you cannot do anything here. From now on, you have to participate in live quiz competition on our website. We replace Slido. You have to join directly on our website. Now you can check all our previous webinars with verified e-certificate. Now it's easier and time limited because after the session, we will not provide you any code for certification. You have to take part in one exam. After that, if you pass, you will receive your certificate, otherwise not. But you can take part in exam unlimited till you pass. If you are an IGP speaker, you can download all your previous certificate. If you are a host of IGP, you can download the certificate of gratitude. If you are on online life quiz competition winner, you can download a certificate of participation. If you are selected for lifetime membership, then you can download a certificate of lifetime membership easily. Besides this, if you participate in any award function which organized government support with IGP, you can download that also. You can ensure to prepare and download 18 type of instant certificate from our website within a minute. Certificate of global professional membership, certificate of global inclusion in the pandemic, certificate of active knowledge seeker, certificate of global certificate of social activities during the pandemic, certificate of IGP achievement on SING campaign 2020, 2021 and 2022, certificate of participation webinars series 1, authentic assessment in teaching learning, certificate of participation webinars series 2, teaching English as a foreign language and assessment, certificate of participation webinars series 3, Digital classroom engagement tools, certificate of participation witness series for the new training in education, certificate of participation witness series 5, upskilling organization leadership and managerial skills, certificate of participation witness series 6, train and innovation in mathematics education, certificate of participation witness series 7, research and comprehension approach, certificate of participation witness series 8, art and teaching special program in the art, certificate of participation witness series 9, University tools of teaching methods, certificate of IGP corporate ambassador, certificate of IGP campus ambassador, which you can prepare and download within a minute. From now on, you can participate in 1,000+ international level quiz verified certificate, teaching tips for teacher, health tips for parents, health tips for teaching, education tools for teacher. You can join IGP alumni. You can check out our services website for free and many more. Dear IGP will be sure we promised previously but lack of technical problem. We're late sending you on time. This is data to collect your previous condition. We solved all issues from our website. Now you can enroll, reset password, everything. Even check your dashboard for all of the details. It's a quarterly request to check all button and pages on our website. Surely I can say you benefited. Thank you. But note that without an account or logged in, you cannot enjoy our service. At present, we are registered our 1704 webinar with name is Fostering Self-Regulated Learning, and today our speaker's name is Dr. Shobik Ganguly. He is from India. Before I hand over this to our speaker, sir wants to share a very little bit about him. Assistant Professor, Department of Electrical and Instrumentation Engineering, Thapar University Institute of Engineering and Technology. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Now, very important moment for me to invite our speaker to IGP with his presentation. Hello, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Sir, the stage is yours. You can continue the presentation now.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all the participants of IGP. We have assembled once again to discuss a lecture on how we can inculcate self-regulation or self-regulated learning in students. So myself, Dr. Shobik Ganguly, I'm serving as an assistant professor in the Department of Electrical and Instrumentation Engineering at Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology in Patiala. So basically, first of all, we'll understand what is self-regulated learning, uh, and we will discuss about the importance of self-regulated learning and what are the methodologies by virtue of which a student can improve upon or following the methods of self-regulated learning, how students can improve upon their success or whatever goals they want to achieve in their life, how they can fulfill that. So basically, your self-regulated learning is the ability of an individual to bring about some control in their learning process. So how they can do that? They can always set some goals. They can monitor their progress, and they can, based upon the progress, they can adjust some strategies. And achieve success in their learning tasks. So, uh, they are able to reflect on their learning, and they can identify their strengths and weaknesses as well, and they can make some necessary adjustments to improve upon their learning outcomes as well. So this involves some time management as well, maintaining some good amount of motivation in the work, and adopting certain strategies or adopting certain techniques by virtue of which to facilitate learning. So basically, it's a skill that has to be developed or that has to be inculcated in students in order to develop, uh, so that they can develop a feature of independent learning or they can become lifelong learners as well. So, what is more important over here is how can we achieve the importance, if you are going for the importance of self-regulated learning, how we can dominate with academic success. So it is closely linked, of course, and more you are self-regulated learner, more you achieve academic performance, or you are defining your goals. You are setting some plans based on their learning activities, and you have to monitor your own progress and make some adjustments if required. So this leads to some improved understanding and retention of your information, some better time management, and effective study habits as well. So another important aspect of self-regulated learning is how we can achieve lifelong learning. So learning never stops. That's should be the motto in self-regulated learning. They are actually transferable across various domains, and they can be applied throughout a person's life. So, of course, by developing some self-regulated techniques, one individual can become equipped with the tools, or they can learn about something that will help to continuously pursue some knowledge, adapt, develop the ability to adapt to new technologies, and of course bring about self improvement in it. So we are proceeding with autonomy and independence. Of course, when it comes to self-regulated learning, uh, it has to be that there should not be any external guidance or instructions, or likewise, they should also take ownership in their learning process, making some good amount of decisions, or taking some actions based on their personal goals and their priorities. Uh, your autonomy or your independence can help to develop confidence, some self-esteem, and also a sense of controlling, uh, and of course controlling one's own learning journey. So some of the metacognitive awareness that should a self-regulated learner should have, they should have enlarged or enlightened metacognitive awareness, means they should understand their own thinking process. They must know how to regulate their thinking process and how to learn. So this will help to understand or evaluate their understanding better, identify the gaps in their knowledge, or implement certain techniques or strategies to overcome any difficulty that comes in between. Self determination and of course motivation. So of course they should be self determined. They should be having a desire to learn and succeed as well. They should have an inclination to engage in some deep learning, face some new challenges, and view some mistakes, and try to learn from their mistakes, and of course develop some intrinsic motivation within himself or herself, so that there should be a deeper learning, and there should be a more meaningful learning experience as well. So what are the components associated with metacognition, which we are going to focus now? So obviously there must be some good amount of awareness or good amount of control in one's thinking process. So basically, you have to monitor your own understanding, monitor your own setting of your goals, develop some planning, or develop some strategies, evaluate the progress, and reflect on one's own learning. Apart from that, you can also understand the awareness of the strength and the weakness, and make certain adjustments to optimize their learning outcomes as well. So motivation is metacognition is also affecting your motivation. So obviously motivation level should be very high. You should have an internal drive within yourself to engage in different learning activities. You should set your own goals, learn how to face challenges, and also be enthusiastic for learning as well. So motivation is of course intrinsic. It should come from within, and it should come from the own personal interest, and of course from the enjoyment point of view in the learning process. And it can be extrinsic as well. So it can be benefited, or it can be driven by some rewards, some consequences, some benefits in terms of promotions or something of that sort as well. Now we'll come to behavioral recognition, regulation. So it involves managing someone's action or supporting to in order to support your learning activities or learning goals. So whatever actions you are taking, whatever strategies you are following to achieve some learning goals, that comes under your behavioral regulation. So there can be activities like how you manage your own time, how you organize your activities, or how you organize your learning process, and how you develop your study strategies. Of course, you can devise some effective plan. You can allocate some time for the learning. You can create an ambience for learning. You can employ some effective study techniques, that how to memorize or how to remember the things, and how to optimize your learning outcomes as well. So, first thing that we would like to discuss over here, that how you set some goals, how you set some targets. Based on the target, how these goals can be even short term as well as long term as well. And you should have a purpose or the direction, which helps that to stay focused or stay motivated towards your academic journey. And of course, some realistic goals as well, some goals which you can achieve. Of course, it will there will be some progress monitoring. There can be some necessary adjustments, there can be some improvisations as well to stay on the track, but mostly you should always set your goals, so that whatever is there, that you can achieve, and whatever goal you are considering or targets you are setting, that should be realistic as well. And of course, depending upon the time, whether you are planning for some exams in between or some quizzes in between, or you are preparing for assignments or something of that sort, depending upon which, it can be short term as well as long term as well. So you can effectively plan and organize your learning activities. They can even break down. You can break down your targets, your goals into some smaller tasks. You can create some schedules. You can create some allocate some time for each of the tasks, and you can use your time effectively, and proper planning can be there. Better time management is always possible. And of course, when we are going for time management or effective time management, of course we are at the cost of increasing our productivity, and develop some reducing the stress on the individual as well. So those must be set in such a way that you can achieve your goals, and you can divide your tasks into some modules. You can create some schedules for the allocated tasks, and you can go task one, task two, and likewise. Now coming to self-reflection, metacognition also, because if you are going for self-regulated learning in academic success, or when you are proving that you are successful, there has to be some understanding of the process. There should be some understanding or monitoring of the process. There should be some evaluation or the performance as well. They should be reflecting on the learning experience as well. We can regularly access or assess the level of comprehension, and identify the areas of weakness as well. Definitely, we must always learn to adapt to our learning strategies. We can make certain changes if additional efforts are needed, if additional supports are needed, or if additional techniques are needed, and we need to improve upon the understanding of the study material or the material that you are dealing with. Apart from that, when we are talking about academic success, always comes from intrinsic motivation or persistence. You have to be diligent rather than intelligent over here, and you must be intrinsically motivated also, so that you have a genuine desire to learn and succeed in your life. So obviously, there are certain things which are driven by some interest, some curiosity, or some sense of achievement to some extent. This will help you to persist through the different challenges, overcome different obstacles, maintain a good positive attitude towards learning, etc. And of course, your motivation level will be fueled through the commitment that you take to go for continuous improvement and achieve academic success. When you are talking about academic success, of course, you must be flexible in your learning process. You must be adaptable to your learning strategies. There are different new strategies that you can adapt. You can seek help from your peers. You can seek help from your instructors as well. You can adjust some study techniques. What you want to do from the point of view of understanding of something from thinking part, or any other adaptation that you wish to have. And channeling your learning environment sometimes can help you to tackle some complex problems and learn from the mistakes that you had made earlier. Apart from that, if you want to improve upon academic performance, there are several positive relations or correlations. If you are referring any research article, you'll find that self-regulated learning and uh, your academic performance have always been having a positive correlation. So across various education levels, from starting from elementary school level as well as from higher education point of view. So students who are actively engaged in self-regulated learning, or following some good strategies, goal setting or something, adapting some techniques to develop their understanding, develop their liking from this for their subject, for their subject knowledge. So obviously they are outperforming their peers who did not employ such strategies. So this is another important thing that we must understand, that you have to engage in some learning. So you have to involve yourself in some more learning engagement, so that you set some goals, you monitor your progress, you reflect on whatever you have learned, and more likely you should be actively involved in the study process. There are several things that gets improved in the process, that you develop a better retention power, you better be able to transfer knowledge, or better able to comprehend as well. Some positive impacts that are there with respect to motivation level, because it has to have a higher level of intrinsic motivation. Motivation should come from within. It should not be that motivation will be extrinsic in nature. So there can be some extrinsic motivation, but that normally does not belong to the students. Of course, there has to be some increased effort with respect to persistence, positive attitude towards learning as well, which will help us to better perform in, or get some academic success as well. When we are talking about the transfer of knowledge or the transfer of learning, it has to be long term. It should not be that short term. So of course, your self regulated learning will emphasize upon metacognition skills, the application of different learning strategies, and this will promote also the transfer of learning process to get adapted to new situations, or get adapted to new contexts as well. And of course, if you are looking at the research point of view, self-regulated learners are better able to apply their knowledge, their skills in real life settings, and they are able to develop different areas of knowledge, and able to also solve some complex problems as well. When we are talking about lifelong learning skills, these are the skills which you extend beyond your classroom. It means that whatever knowledge you have gathered from your capacity to independently learn, to be self-directed, and to be adaptable to different situations, these skills can have long-term benefits as well. They can empower your individuals to continue the learning process as well. They can get adapted to different new situations, new techniques, and they're always eager to learn. They are keen to learn something new, which will help them to grow in their professional life as well. So when we are talking about teaching metacognitive skills, they are we are talking about including the importance of setting your goals, monitoring the progress. There are few terms which will be coming again and again during the process of self-regulated learning, just as we do normally in our discussions too. And of course, it will guide you through the process of how would you assess yourself, how would you reflect on, and how would you identify your effective learning strategies. So it should also be encouraging some questions being asked from the learners. They should also think critically and evaluate the understanding of whatever knowledge that has been gathered. Oh. So mostly we are trying to be providing some clear-cut learning objectives that has to be satisfied. So it has to be communicated at the beginning of each lesson or each unit, that what should be the learning outcome or what should be the objective by virtue of which you are undergoing this particular course, any particular course that a student is undergoing. So objectives must be specific, not only specific, but it has to be measurable as well. And it should be attainable as well. It should be relevant to the market, because every professional course is market driven as well. And it should be time bound as well. So there should be a particular objective which has to be satisfied, or which has to be ensured before your semester ends. It's not that you are reading a first year course and you are fulfilling that objective at the end of third year. So this should not happen. So it should be time bound as well. So this will help your students set some goals, clear some goals, and understand what they need to accomplish. So when we are talking about teaching some learning strategies, or how would you develop some study skills, of course you have to devise some effective learning strategies and study skills as well. So there should be some concept mapping. So there should be some concepts that you are supposed to learn. To clear those concepts, you need to of course go through a different textbooks or reference materials or whatever things that you are referring, depending upon your curriculum as well. And you must learn to how to summarize the things, how to self question. So when you are reading any article, what's the question arising in it? And of course some repetition must be given to the text material that you have studied so far. And of course you must based on a specific learning task or based on a specific learning content, how would you how would you show that some how to use those strategies based on some fulfilling of certain learning task or certain content. So of course finally you have to model and provide some opportunities for by virtue of which you can apply these techniques and develop some good learning strategies as well. Scaffold learning, this is another thing by virtue of which you gradually need to release the responsibility to the learners. So of course the responsibility is to the learners. Using these techniques you can help support your students initially, but gradually we have to withdraw the support in order to provide independence to the learners. And finally provide some prompts, some templates or some graphic organizers, and help them to organize their thoughts or monitor their progress as well. So this is another important topic which I thought that I should discuss over here. So you should always, being a teacher, you should always encourage for setting your goals and also reflecting upon that whatever you have learned, whether you are able to reflect it or not. So there are two things. One is setting of goals, that how specific you should set, whether they are measurable or not, and whether you are able to achieve it or not. So you have to teach your students that how should you set your specific goals, how should you set your achievable goals, how should you set your measurable goals as well. And of course it depends upon the merit of the student as well. Sometimes if you ask a student who is of a poor quality, and if you ask him to set some high standards or hit some high goals, of course he or she will not be able to achieve. So it can be at certain point of time, it can be specific to a particular student as well. So we should always encourage your students to set some goals and reflect on their progress regularly, whether they are able to have self reflection, or whether you are having the reflection through some discussions, through some assignments, through some tests or something of that sort. Identify some areas of improvement, and of course discuss certain strategies to improve upon further. So there can be some journaling, means there can be some assignment submissions by virtue of which they can discuss. They can always reflect upon through some questions. They can have some discussion sessions with us, with the teachers, so that they can discuss. Finally, we are moving to another reflection mode of that. You should always have the ability to assess yourself, so that when you are guiding your student to monitor their own learning progress on self assessing their understanding, there can be some peer evaluations as well. They can develop some strategies taking on their how they are able to comprehend their work, or how they are evaluating their work, whatever projects they have submitted, whatever assignments they have submitted. Apart from that, there should be some encouragement to seek feedback from their peers, from their teachers, and use some assessment tools as well to gauge their performance to some extent, to measure their performance. Apart from that, we should always encourage the students to have a supportive learning environment. So develop a positive, or create a positive environment or a supportive environment for the students, so that the students are should be encouraged to take risks. They should explore, they should make mistakes, and of course, and that should be taken as an opportunity to learn and grow finally. And provide some constructive feedback to the students, praise the students amongst with the efforts that they've made, their progress that they make, rather than giving negative comments or destructive feedback to them. They can also We can also encourage them to go for collaboration, group study. They can have some opportunities for peer learning as well, where students can share their strategies, they can discuss, they can learn from each other's experiences as well. Now, how to promote your intrinsic motivation? There are four factors which we have pointed out. That if you are linking your learning activities to the interest of the students and to the personal goal of the student, it can we can have intrinsic motivation. You may be having some choices or autonomy in assignments or your projects. So assignments can be individual as well. Your projects can be individual as well. It can be a group project as well, to develop motivation as well. Finally, you have to highlight the relevance and the real world application of the content that you have delivered. So highlighting on the applications of whatever we teach, that can also help to develop or encourage the students to motivate. They can also have a positive environment in their classroom, or they can have a classroom positive classroom culture as well, and which will also be making some value or effort in growing as well. Apart from that, we must go for teaching self regulation skills as well. We can dedicate some extra time to teach the students and how they can set their goals, how they can plan their work, how they can monitor their progress, and how they can reflect on. Also, we can help them explain the importance on how they can contribute to their academic success, what academic success they can achieve, or how academic progress they can make. Apart from that, you can also explain through examples, or model any process, uh, so that the students are better involved, students are better engaged, and with the help of which you can always teach and help to develop self regulation as well. Uh, of course, I told you that when we are talking about implementation, so you have to be clearly communicating your objectives or your outcomes to the students at the beginning of your course. So this will help them to understand that what they are expected to achieve, and why it is so important, or why is it so significant that they would learn certain topics. What is the significance of this topic? What is the importance of this particular topic in real world applications as well. So that will help them. And if you teach through examples, that is the best way to teach. If you are teaching through examples, is the best way that a student understands as well. So it will also help the students set some meaningful goals and choose the relevant strategies accordingly. Now, create some learning opportunities for collaboration. Of course, we must encourage peer learning activities. We must encourage collaboration, group studies, group projects, group discussions, and even this helps to develop some problem solving abilities in the students when they are encouraged to communicate with one another, share ideas with one another, and learn from one another. Offering choice for choosing a particular course or choosing a particular elective course or something of that sort, and there should be an also an autonomy in their learning process as well. So this is another way of improving the learning process of the students. So you should give options for the projects, for the assignments, or the topics, that you allow students to explore their interest and take ownership of their learning as well. So this choice or this autonomy will help to drive your intrinsic motivation and involve greater engagement of the students as well. Now, when we are talking about practice, right? So when we are talking basically about the learning strategies that align with your self-regulated learning. So it can be in the form of taking down some notes, running notes, summarizing any concept, or learn about some new concepts, and based on the concepts that they learn in their classroom, they are questioning, they are motivated to question, they can raise their voice, they can put up their questions. They can also be allowed to they can be guided for practice as well. And we are supposed to support our students in applying those practice problems, and help them in their learning tasks as well. Now, there are two types of feedback that assessments and feedback are also important, plays an important role, because once you are measuring the progress of the student or provide some assessment to the students, we can always go for some timely submission, some specific feedback that we require, providing some rubrics or the checklist that the students will be assessed on when they are assessing or encouraging for self assessment as well. So if you are having some constructive feedback, of course, this will help the students identify their strengths and identify their areas on which they can improve upon. So, of course, when we are reflecting upon, or when we are promoting for reflection and promoting for metacognition, we must, of course, build some opportunities in the learning process as well. And we must reflect upon the learning progress, learning goals, what they are achieving, what about their learning strategies also, and analyze their strengths and weaknesses as well. We can also develop some areas where they can improve upon, and consider some alternative strategies as well. When we are having a mindset for growth, or when we are creating a mindset for growth, definitely we are talking about that there should be some self belief in the person, or the intelligence or the abilities in a person, that can be developed through some efforts, through some practice, through some perseverance as well. So different students have their own learning practice or learning engagement, or the efforts that they put in, depending upon their motivation to learn, or learn the skills, or learn the knowledge. Those who are knowledge seekers, how well they practice, or how they go about it. Of course, you have to point out the mistakes, so that they can develop some learning opportunities to it. In case they are facing any difficulties, of course, you must encourage your students to address the students in case they are facing some doubts or difficulties as well. So the students must be encouraged to take up some challenges. Of course, for unknown problems, they must develop. Some complex problems are there, some engineering problems, non-engineering problems are there, some societal problems are there, which they can explore. We can encourage them to face those challenges, and obviously there will be mistakes when they are learning it for the first time, and of course this will create an opportunity to better learn that particular concept. Of course, we have to provide some support or guidance to the students as well. So it has to be there that they must all understand their self-regulation skills. That means maintaining time or setting some goals, or providing scaffolding, so that they are in the process of getting independent. And of course, we have to monitor their progress, provide some assistance if they are required, and provide some additional resources or instructions if required as well. And finally, of course, the reflection cannot be stopped one way, that we are reflecting upon the effective progress. We are talking about collecting feedback from the students, monitor their progress, making some adjustments. Even we are making some adjustments with respect to some instructional or practices as well. So it has to go, we have to go iteratively. We have to follow the process iteratively, and due to which again and again we need to monitor, again and again we need to check the progress of the students, make certain adjustments, and then we have to follow the same loop. So comes very quickly, we are talking about empowering self-regulated learning, or self-regulated learning in our students to take ownership of their learning process. This is most important. And how they can develop the skill to have lifelong learning for their success, for their own success. So they has to be remaining motivated, they has to be encouraged in such a way, they has to be pumped in such a way that they are actively engaged, they are actively motivated, and they are equipped with the necessary skills that are required to navigate their academic journey. And of course, when we are talking about self driven learning or self regulated learning, we are trying to promote through our lecture, through our instructional materials, we are trying to promote that the students must set their own goals, the students must develop some planning, they must monitor, and they must also reflect upon, and they must be adaptable as well. uh, for their research to go on consistently, we must support the effectiveness of our uh, self-regulated learning in improving, finally, of course, improving upon the academic performance of the students, enhancing some motivation level of the students, or develop some critical thinking of the students, and help the students to develop some problem solving abilities as well, especially because we are teaching some engineering course. Of course, the problem solving abilities of the students must be there, so that we are able to inculcate in them these skills, so that they are becoming, or they will become lifelong learners as well. So with this, I think I am over with the conclusion. There are some points, of course, to remember, that there should be an intentional effort or consistent effort on the part of the educators to nurture the students, so that they provide self motivated, or say they set some learning objectives, they have some good learning experience, they are working in a conducive learning environment. We have to provide some supportive or documentary materials, we have to be providing some collaborative learning environment for the students, to encourage the autonomy, or to encourage the independence of the students, their choice, and their develop their growth mindset. So of course, we are not only providing or promoting for academic success of the students, but also equipping your students with some necessary skills that are needed to thrive their personal as well as professional lives as well. So when you are self driven, it is a transformative educational process, or technique that will prepare your students for becoming lifelong learners. Be adaptable thinkers, be critical thinkers, be a self directed individual, and whatever things that you teach in a course of 3 years, 4 years, 2 years, likewise. Depending upon whichever level you are teaching at the different higher education institute, you must develop in your students to be self-directed individuals so that they are capable of achieving their goals, not only during the studies but also during their lifelong, so that they can contribute positively to the society. So with this I wind up my talk today, and over to you, IGP, for taking up few questions as well. Over to IGP for any questions, please. So
Thank you so much, sir, for your rich content presentation, which can impact our knowledge seeker surely. After your presentation, I hope our knowledge seeker can learn something new, which was our only intention, learn and grow together IGP knowledge seeker. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for your presentation. Now, sir, it's time for our question answer session, which is the one more valuable part of our regular webinar. Honorable sir, please stay with us. After a short video, we will back in our session part 2, which is the question answer part. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have an webinar certification and online quiz competition. For participant, welcome back, sir. Dear IGP knowledge seeker is Please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. Dear IGP knowledge seeker, please ask your question in the comment box as much as you want to know from our speaker. Thank you. After question answer, we have a webinar certification and online quiz competition. So I think after a wonderful presentation, our participant can understand the topic very clearly. That's why no questions from our participants. So once again, thank you so much, sir, for your time in IGP. We have learned a lot from you with new topic. It will add some value to our day-to-day activity along with our academic and professional growth. Honorable sir, hope to see you again with a new topic and a new day. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Okay, bye bye.
Honorable sir, we will move to the next. Dear IGP Knowledge Seeker, it's time for the most engaging part of this webinar, which is an online quiz competition, which is our regular webinar activity. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. Now, time for the online quiz competition. To join the online quiz competition properly, please follow my instruction carefully. For some technical problem, we cannot continue the quiz session from our website. So to join the quiz session, you have to go www.slido.com and the code is 11599935. I repeat the code 11599935. After a short video, we will start our quiz session. With 18 people, we are going to start our quiz session right now. Our first question is model of accelerated learning. Option 1, accomplishment phrase, realization phrase, appreciate phrase. Option 2, performance phrase, self-reflection phrase, and forward phrase. Option 2 is the right answer. 53% people are writing in the leaderboard. Alex is only the first question. Our second question is celebrated learning. Option 1 can be thought. Option 2 cannot be thought. Option 1 is the right answer. 91% people are right here in the leaderboard. Shamim is holding the first position. Our third question is, what is self-regulated learning? Option 1. Learning about oneself. Option 2. The ability to monitor performance and set academic goals. Option 2 is the right answer. 87% people are right here in the leaderboard. Shamim is holding the first position. Our fourth question is, self-regulated learning is option 1 inborn, option 2 learn. Option 2 is the right answer. 96% people are right here in the leaderboard. Shamim is holding the first position. Our fifth question is, self-regulated learning is option 1 different from self-determination. Option 2 the drive to push through something difficult. Option 2 is the right answer. 83% people are right here in the leaderboard. Shamim is holding the first position. Our sixth question is, self-regulated learning involves option 1 regulation plus attribution. Option 2 motivation plus strategies. Option 2 is the right answer. 87% people are right here in the leaderboard. Shamim is holding the first position. Our next question is, self-regulated learning means student need motivation like the assessment. Option 2 student have knowledge to effective learning strategies and use them. Option 2 is the right answer. 96% people are right here in the leaderboard. Shamim is holding the first position. Our eighth question is, self-regulated learning has option 1 4 major components, option 2 6 major components. Option 2 is the right answer. 35% people are right here in the leaderboard. Shamim is holding the first position. Our next question is, self-regulated learning is option 1 process we use to activate the sustain our own goal. Option 2 encouragement and informational feedback. Option 1 is the right answer. 91% people are right here in the leaderboard. Alex is holding the first position. Our last and final question of the session is academic self-regulated learning. Option 1 ability to monitor and control your own behavior. Option 2 monitor your finance. Option 1 is the right answer. 100% people are right here. So congratulations to our online quiz competition in the top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition in the top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. Congratulations to our online quiz competition in the top 10. Congratulations again. We will take a few minutes for finalizing the result. After that, we will issue our online quiz competition certificate on our official Facebook page and group Institute of Global Professional. At the end of our session, we can say properly feed your skill. Never stop learning, past life, never stop teaching us. Be happy and stay safe. See you again and again. We want your participation in every program. If you want to live a happy life, try to go to people of things. Albert Einstein. Before I say or hit the end like button, I must thank all IGP knowledge seekers for your active participation.